This brief video focuses on team teaching in the classroom. Before we get started, please take a moment to locate a pen and paper or electronic device for taking notes, and please silence your mobile device from distractions. In this brief 10-minute video, we're going to look at team teaching in three major aspects. First of all, we'll look at what is team teaching, and then what are the key components of team teaching. To finish up, we'll look at ways that you can prepare to work together as a team. Let's first look at what is team teaching. According to Cook and Friend, team teaching is two or more professionals delivering substantive instruction to a diverse or blended group of students in a single physical space. Wendloff et al. Further notes that it consists of two or more individuals who come together in a collaborative relationship for the purpose of shared work for the outcome of achieving what would have been done alone. These helpful definitions of team teaching highlight how team teaching occurs in a single space environment, that it can promote diverse instruction, and as well it is delivered in a collaborative way. The advantages of team teaching are many. Some of these advantages include it allows for additional instructional opportunities, as well as members are part of a supportive environment where they can be exposed to different styles of planning, organization, and class presentation. We also know that members of the team are often used as sounding boards for sharing the successes and disappointments of the particular classroom session, as well as the teaching furthers student-centered learning with an increased student-to-teacher ratio. Overall, this supportive environment allows for development of new teaching approaches and aids in overcoming content isolation. As we can see, there are a number of advantages for the team teaching approach. Take a moment to pause the video here and consider what you may be anticipating for your team teaching situation. Take time to write down a few ideas that may be challenging for you. As you consider the challenge items that you have written down, let's look at the key components of team teaching delivery. As we move forward, you may find some ideas of how to overcome your areas of challenge. When we consider team teaching in the classroom, we understand that it is a delivery of substantive instruction. Substantive instruction means that both teachers take part in teaching. This does not mean that one person is only supervising a class while the other is teaching. The distinction is collaboration. We also know that the team teaching method is unique to the team teachers that are involved, as well as the students and the classroom space. Instruction will be co-planned as well as collaboratively created, and it will model an open communication style between the team members. Team teaching is successful when both members of the team have been fully involved in the preparation and planning of the class. According to Muroska and Decker, planning together is one of the most important considerations. With both team members collaborating together, the strengths of both members can rise to the top. Team teaching involves the practice of teaching as a team. While it may seem odd to reiterate this, it is also a good reminder that the teaching comes from both members of the team. Students should be able to anticipate that teaching comes from both teachers. As well, team teaching means that you uphold the decision of your team member among students. Keep a united front in front of your students. If you have a disagreement about a student behavior or classroom management, be sure to have that conversation privately and not amongst your students. Just as you teach as a team, you will need to assess as a team. This involves sharing the responsibility for grading assignments where appropriate, as well as verbal assessments to students. As you prepare to team teach, take time to talk about grading. Consider how you will give students feedback and ways to deal with grading differences when they arise. Remember, students can become easily confused if they receive seemingly different assessments from the team teachers. To assist in providing students with helpful learning assessment, maintain open communication with you and your team teacher about possible student assessment concerns or questions. Team teaching also involves the assessing of your team teaching. Identifying the strengths and weaknesses of your team members in a constructive way will allow for the team teaching experience to be a great learning experience for everyone. Assessment also involves self-reflection. Take time to reflect on how you see your interactions with your team members, as well as look for places where you can improve. We are all on a learning journey, one step at a time. As you prepare to work together as a team, there are different components that you should consider to help create an effective working team environment. Gately identifies the following 8 components. They involve interpersonal communication, meaning that the conversation and the communication style between the team teachers themselves. The physical arrangement. This refers to the class environment. Next, we have familiarity with the curriculum. This means knowing what objectives and learning outcomes will need to be addressed in your teaching, as well as we also need to understand curriculum goals and possible needs for student modifications that need to be considered. Instructional planning is also a very integral part of the team teaching relationship. Instructional planning involves a collaborative planning process. Instructional presentation is also a collaborative team effort and involves both of the team members taking time to prepare for class lessons. Classroom management, that is how you will respond to various student behaviors and class expectations. And finally, we have assessment, student assessment as well as teaching assessment. As you are considering ways to overcome some of the challenges you may have seen in team teaching, it is important to consider some important interpersonal factors. There are a number of different components that assist in building great team teachers. Flexibility is an important character trait. This might mean that you are open to trying out new ideas or considering an adaptation of your lesson approach. Linked to flexibility is trust. We need to be able to trust our team members, and this is built by being trustworthy and by developing your team dynamics over time. Be sure to share together about your expectations of your team teaching partner, as well as your preferences about team teaching through open and proactive communication. Open and proactive communication will be helpful in creating a positive team experience and assist in avoiding possible conflicts. Take time to make sure that you are sharing the responsibilities in your classroom. Sharing the workload can help maintain a positive teaching experience as well as provide opportunities to get things done more efficiently. Help keep each other accountable in the sharing of responsibilities by using your open communication. Having accountability with each other helps to keep planning and organization elements in check, as well as promotes a healthy professional relationship between team members. In a study by Ritva and Kirshner, they identify how participants co-created various ideas through their team teaching situation. Specifically, the teachers were able to create a class activity together because of their shared knowledge with one another. Rivera and Kirshner further identify the importance of the reflective process in team teaching. Their evidence of team reflection within the complex and intricate process of team teaching demonstrates how teams can better understand their various preferences, teaching approaches, and development of ideas through the process of reflection. To help guide some conversation within your team, here are a number of questions that you can consider discussing with each other. Take note of the final question, as this is an important idea to discuss prior to starting the preparation process of team teaching. We all have different styles and approaches to our teaching that are unique, yet very effective in their teaching. As you take time to consider what questions you want to discuss with your team partner, also take time to reflect on your own teaching approach and how it can be part of an effective team teaching experience. If you have more questions on team teaching, here are a few more resources to consider. We hope that you have a fantastic team teaching experience.